So guys, let's talk about the incident that happened at Ibusa yesterday, right there in Delta State, where two young men were brought down in a confraternity clash between Black Ass and Supreme Vikings Confraternity. So in this video, I am going to be telling you guys who these two young men are and who brought them down. I will also be explaining to you guys the reason why they were brought down, and there is also a backstory about these two young men. But before I get into this video, I quickly want to remind you guys that there is several different confraternity wars going on in Akwa Ibom State, and one of the confraternity war is going on at Eket, and that is between Black Ass and KK, where a young man has already been brought down. And we are going to be talking about this in another video. There is also a confraternity war between KK and Mafians right there in the city of Uyo, and there is another confraternity clash also in the city of Uyo between KK and Vikings, and someone has already been brought down in that war. But yesterday evening at night, right there in the plaza in Uyo, a young man who is said to be a member of Vikings was kidnapped, taken away by some KK members, and nobody really know where he is now. They said the hit squad came to the plaza when the Vikings member was having a good time with his girlfriend between 10 and 11 p.m. at night. So the KK hit squad went there to pull hit, but there were police officers around, and something happened and the KK members took the young man away. His girlfriend was there for hours crying, waiting for her boyfriend to come back. Until now, nobody knows the whereabouts of the young man. Nobody knows if he is still alive. We are going to discuss these things that are happening in Akwa Ibom in another video. And another thing that we are going to talk about in another video is the confraternity war between Black Ass and Supreme Vikings Confraternity in Anambra State, especially in the city of Oka, and right now also in the city of Ogidi, where 3 people were brought down yesterday. So if you are in the city of Ogidi or you are in the city of Oka and you belong to either of these two groups, Black Ass or Vikings, I would advise you to leave that town as soon as possible. So with that out of the way, let's dive into today's video. Now, like I said earlier in this video, that these two young men that you are currently seeing on your screen were brought down in Ibusa yesterday. Now, before I tell you who these young men are and who brought them down, I quickly want to tell you guys how this confraternity war started in Ibusa. Now, originally, there was no confraternity war in Ibusa. Ibusa is a community that is close to Ogwashuku. Ogwashuku is popularly known as OG in the South. Now, there was a confraternity clash between Black Ass and Supreme Vikings Confraternity in Ogwashuku, and that particular war is still very active. When the war started, this young man that you are currently seeing on your screen by the name of Loki, who is said to be one of the popular Vikings member right there in Ogwashuku, was brought down by some Black Ass members. After this young man was brought down, the Vikings hit squad went into the street of Ogwashuku looking for members of Black Ass, and they couldn't find anyone. So what they did was that they went into a neighboring community, which is Ibusa, to go pull heat on members of Black Ass. Now, before this happened, there was peace between Black Ass and Vikings in Ibusa, and the Vikings members went to pull heat in Ibusa, bringing down a member of Black Ass, and I have reported this in previous video. So as that happened, the Black Ass members in Ibusa became very angry that the Vikings members pulled a hit on their member when there was peace in the city. Even a lot of Vikings members were also surprised that their members went to Ibusa to pull a hit. So since then, everyone has been hiding their head in the city. Now, a few days ago, I had told you guys that this particular young man, who is the #1 man of Vikings, was brought down in Ogwashuku by an anti-cop who is also a member of Black Ass. Now, this particular young man by the name of Aaron, he is originally from Ibusa, and that is where he practiced. A lot of people are saying that although he is the #1 man of Vikings right there, but he is the most popular hitman in that particular city. He pulls heat in both Ibusa and in Ogwashiku, so a lot of people asked that it was Aaron that pulled the heat in Ibusa, bringing down a member of Black Ass. So since then, there has been tension in Ibusa until yesterday when Black Ass members decided to retaliate. That is when they brought down these two young men yesterday, right there in Ibusa. Now, these two young men are said to be members of Vikings, and they were brought down by some Black Ass members as a retaliation for the Black Ass member that was brought down by Vikings members when there was peace in Ibusa. So let me tell you a few things about this particular young man that were brought down. This particular young man that you are seeing on your screen, that I posted his video on the NV family WhatsApp yesterday, he is by the name of Blessed, very popular person in Ibusa. This young man is a member of Vikings, like I explained earlier, who was brought down yesterday by some Black Ass members. Now, this young man is not new to Confraternity because he is said to have been a member of JVC, which is the Junior Vikings Confraternity, when he was growing up, and later he decided to join Eye. So he was a member of Eye for a while, and then he got tired of being a member of Eye. Then he crossed carpet from Eye to Vikings, and the young man have been a member of Vikings since then. An Eye member had told me that he felt really bad that Blessed was killed by the Black Ass members, and he said that Blessed is a very jovial person, although they said he is heavily involved in crimes. And the second young man that was brought down, that you are currently seeing on your screen right now, is the best friend of Blessed. This young man is by the name of Emeka. They also call him Chiboy, they also call him Assassin, and they also call him Khalifa. This young man have a lot of names. These people are not children in the confraternity matter. Now, this is not the first time people have attempted to bring down Khalifa. They said he has been stabbed in Asaba before, but he survived that particular hit. Blessed and Khalifa has done a lot of things in Asaba, to the extent that anti-court were looking for them in Asaba, and they left Asaba, went back to their hometown in Ibusa. For those that don't know, Ibusa is very close to Asaba, and it is also very close to Ogwashuku. So this young man ran away from Asaba when the anti-court declared them wanted, and they went to Ibusa. But information reached me that these two young men are not part of the people that pulled a hit on that member of Black Ass in Ibusa. Now, according to the information that got to me, they said the squad was led by Aaron and some other young men because they were looking for members of Black Ass in Ogwashuku. They couldn't find them, and they went to Ibusa. Now, this is one of the things about confraternity. People get killed for what they know nothing about. Now, people are saying that the Aaron that started the hit in Ibusa, he himself have been brought down in Ogwashuku, and he has left a war in Ibusa because the Vikings members might not take this, and then the cycle continues, which is a very painful thing at the end of the day. Anyway, you are watching Nigerian View.